GTTC season, League 4 here. This is race 5 now. It's exciting series. I'll run you through the field here before we get going. Just to let you know, we've got exclusive radio comms for this race with Team Firestone and Beserker-Boy. We had a chat with him earlier on before the race started, and one of the things he's been working on this week is he finds that over the course of a 30-minute race, he does techniques to calm him down, just to refocus him. And apparently a lot of that happens with some music. So we shall see what kind of music they're piping through to Beserker-Boy during the race to see how he gets on. But anyway, here we are. Here's the beginning of the race 1 for the night. And just changing all these settings so we can see everyone's going on, and we'll take you through the field as they qualified. It doesn't show me the qualification times, unfortunately. So here we have in first place, qualified first by 0.014 of a second from Beserker-Boy. We have Sayrex in the Honda NSX here. He's qualified first. In second place, we have here Beserker-Boy. While we're here, see if we can just click in on his comms. Yeah, I think he's had a bit of Bond. Yes, it's a bit of Bond. Warming himself up for the race with that. Good old Beserker-Boy. Anyway, here in third place we have Deli B. In the Nissan GTR. In fourth place we also have another Nissan GTR with Viali here. Seamus in a Beamer and came in at fifth. Total Rose. I think he's the championship leader at the moment. Poor qualifying for him. Back here in sixth place. I think he's starting to rue a little bit his choice of cars. It's starting to affect his positioning on the grid, as you can see back here in sixth. Zafiro had a storming opening night last week, but he's back here in seventh in a Dodge. Again, beautiful livery in that Dodge. I think he's going to win the livery award for this league. Steve Stone's back here in another Beamer in eighth. Dark Smoker, I got it right from the off this time. Superb YouTube channel, go and check it out. He broadcasts these races that we have live as they're happening. So if you want to watch races live rather than commentary thereafter, go to his YouTube channel. Thoroughly recommend it. I've watched it; it's very good. I'm back here in a in a bright gold GTR again. Is another GTR. Is Just Wilkie. Now, I do know that there's a bit of an incident happens at the beginning of lap 2, and I won't dissect it too much because it's it's one of those things, racing incidents and all of that. But we'll go through that a little bit and then carry on with the race. So let's start with the Beserker-Boy. The reason I was starting with Beserker-Boy is because a lot of the drivers are commenting about how he's getting some amazing starts. He seems to jump positions from every position, every race. And here at Suzuka, he qualified second, I believe it was. From behind Zafiro and got up to beside him by turn 1. So let's see if he can jump ahead here at the beginning of this race. So here we go. Drivers are ready. Can't see the lights from this angle, which is unfortunate. It's just... Oh, there we go. We can see the lights from this angle. So Beserker-Boy's brake light is on, so that must mean they're getting ready. Yes, here we go. Beserker-Boy, the Bond 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and they're off. Does he get a good start? Yes, look at this Beserker-Boy. He's already alongside Sayrex going into turn 1, and he's got the lead by turn 1. That Bond music from the Bond fan is obviously working, keeping him calm in a beautiful livery there for Beserker-Boy. So we're just back here with Sayrex, with Berserker Sayrex going through the S's. Deli B's got up to third. Has Seamus 4th, Viali 5th, Rose here in 6th. He's not gained or lost anything here. Smoker back here 7th, Steestone's 8th. Zaf's drifted back a little bit in 9th, and Wilkie in 10th. So everyone's clean so far through turn, coming up to the mid-track chicane here at Kyoto. Oh, Sayrex gets it horribly wrong there, sideways in the Honda, which is just allowed here. Seamus has caught back up, goes past Deli. Viali's looking at Deli as well now. Oh, and that little tap there from Viali. There's line of stern here. Toto Rose has caught back up. Seamus goes a bit wide. Now this is the trickiest corner on the circuit here. This little kink here, you want to go fast, but it just pulls you out right. So everyone's being cautious, and the Beamer, as we know from other drivers reporting, is very squirrely, and it gets Seamus sideways. So that's just allowed Deli to get past him. So Seamus goes out wide. Here's Viali coming through. So here we go, chaps. This instant coming up here. It's lap 2. So Seamus dives at the inside there a little bit of a lunge. He pushes Deli wide, but Viali comes up and lets Deli know that he's here. And unfortunately, I'm not quite sure what happens here, but Deli hits Viali, hits Seamus, and then it all kicks off behind. Total Rose unfortunately taken off, Viali off, Smoker off. Deli got a penalty, and it's just carnage behind, unfortunately. So here we have Deli with his penalty. Seamus manages to keep in front after all the banging, but obviously one of those things, and someone's gone wide. That Smoker back there has just gone wide. Yeah, Smoker's just gone wide. So Seamus has lost his place now to Deli, and also Zafira with a nice move there in the dodge, and he gets it sideways coming out of the chicane there. So Deli's still got a penalty, unfortunately. Bit of a carnage. It's racing incident, yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if Deli saw Viali, which kind of like set the chain reaction off. So in the meantime, we'll go down through the field, make sure everyone's still on track. Yep, everyone's still on track. So we'll go back up to Beserker-Boy now, coming round at the end of lap 2 with Sayrex, the other Honda driver, right up his tailpipes. Berserker, it's not listing this track as one of his favourites, I have to say, but he's been really quick in this Honda, and Sayrex is snapping at his heels. I wonder if the Honda driver, well, the Honda is obviously the class of this circuit. So beautiful shots here from our camera team. Berserker through the fast S's, coming up for this really fast left-hand turn. Sayrex looking up the insides, thinking about it, dives up the inside, looking, no, pulls out of it. Berserker shuts the door on him. Nice moves there by the two Honda drivers. Let's go on board here with Sayrex to see if he can catch any of this Berserker. Berserker going wide here, coming down into this chicane. Shallow line there by Sayrex. Is probably going to allow Berserker just to pull away. Is Berserker pulling away? Not really, no. So I thought Berserker might pull away a little bit there from Sayrex, but no, he's still holding stage. Sayrex looks up the inside again. He can't quite make it stick. God, these two boys are really nose to tail here. In the meantime, we go back down. Zaf has still got 3rd place with Seamus still in 4th. Smoker here in Deli in 5th. Smoker here in 6th. So let's just go back up to this 3 as well. So it's all battles all over the field at the moment. So Deli looking up the inside of Seamus, doesn't quite make it stick. So Seamus got any much of a drive here on the dodge, all drifting out to the right a little bit. Doesn't look like he's going to match the dodge for straight line speed in that Beamer. Just thinking about it. No, it's still too far off, and Deli's still too far off. So let's go back up to here with Beserker still. Got about a second lead now. Well, no, probably not that. Half a second lead over Sayrex, and the Hondas, certainly the class of the field. As you can see on the map at the top right, the two Honda boys here in this class, so in this field, have already pulled out a good 5-second lead over the boys behind them. Perhaps that's to do with the carnage that happens. As fortunately, the two Honda drivers were out the way. So, yeah, Beserker's definitely starting to get a little bit of a gap between him and Sayrex, and it doesn't look like Sayrex can do much about it. So we go back here to third place, Zafiro, holding off the hard-charging Irishman of Seamus in the Beamer, and it gets sideways to Seamus. He's lost track position there, lost momentum, which just allowed Deli B to go around the outside. Deli's got another penalty here. Not sure when he picked that penalty up, but cleanly takes Seamus there. Let's go on board with Deli, who's gone very wide here now. Side by side, Seamus backs out coming into this tricky. There's only really room for one car through this section, so Seamus wisely backs out, which has just allowed Smoker to catch up with Seamus. And is this going to allow Zaf to just ease away from this group? Listen to that dodge power coming down the main start-finish straight. Superb looking car. Even with the livery, it's still a superb car. So here's Seamus in fourth place, and it looks like Deli has scrubbed off his penalty now and now holding off Smoker here in sixth place. The boys, the two GTR boys, nose to tail through this really fast, difficult section. You can take that section flat out, but you've got to be fully committed all the way through. And there's a Viali and the other GTRs just catching the GTR party here. So Deli's just eased off a little bit away from Smoko, drifts a little bit wide. It's all a little bit as you are at the moment. This is the closest battle on the circuit, so Deli looking to get back past the Irishman. The BMW, we know it's a quick car, it just lacks rear end grip from what I've been told from the drivers. And it also looks like Smoke has just fallen back a little bit here to the clutches of Viali here. Smoker goes wide there. It's just allowed Viali to come right back up. And up ahead I can see, yeah, Deli looking up the inside. Contact with Seamus, only a little bit of contact, not enough to unsettle him, but he keeps that Beamer on the circuit. And now the two GTR boys. Who's gonna be the latest breaker here? Viali looking around the outside, trying to make it stick, and he does. Smoker bails out of that quite early, but now he's trying to undercut Viali side by side. Look at this driving here by the two GTR boys. Side by side through the difficult section, and Steve Stones is joining the party. What a battle we've got going on here. But Viali still holds his place. Smoker's still in seventh. Steve Stone's looking in the BMW. He can't quite make it stick. Just go up. Oh, Seamus has spun. Just caught that. Let's just quickly go back here to Seamus. What happens here? I think he catches the grass as he comes out of this corner here. He drifts out wide, trying to keep that Beamer. Yes, touches the grass, which has allowed Deli now. He's got another penalty. What is it? Is that another penalty? It must be. He scrubbed his penalty off. So Viali, Steve Stones, trying to nibble at the back of Smoker's GTR, which has just slowed him back. He's lost a bit of ground now compared to the others. Seamus has regathered himself here in 8th place. Rose is still 9th. Wilkie's back here in 10th. So back up front with Beserker-Boy now on lap 6. We're 10 minutes into this race. Sayrex can't catch up to Beserker-Boy. We're going to look at the lap times in a second. Zafiro still hanging on to third. Deli with a penalty, another penalty. Needs to scrub that penalty off down this start-finish straight. Where's he going to scrub it off? There he goes. He scrubs the penalty off. Is that going to allow anyone behind him to take the position? No, Vialli's too far behind. Smoker's still nibbling at the back of Vialli. It's at a line astern at the moment. You look at the maps. This is the closest action on the circuit at the moment. So while we have a break, we quickly go to look at the lap times by people. Here we are, Beserker, 36.5, 37, 36, 36, 36. Fastest he's done is a 36.5. Sayrex, 36.2. Fastest lap, that's a very quick lap time there. 37.38, 37.36. So Beserker a tad more consistent. 37.38's from Zafiro. Deli is doing 37.39, or he's had penalties 42, 44. His lap time's all over the place. Vialli is very consistent, 37s across the board. Smoker, bit all over the place, 37s. Steve Stone's 37.38, again a consistent 39 in there as well. Seamus, apart from his that spinning off, 37.39, so they're all thereabouts, apart from two Honda boys who were totally different class in this field. So Wilkie back here in 10th and 39, so he's hanging on there in 10th place. So here we are with Beserker-Boy. He's now on lap 8, still holding on to 10th position. I bet he is starting to wonder if this is going to be his day. Beserker-Boy's never won an MRC event. In fact, the highest he's ever been is a 3rd, and that was last season. So this is at the moment where the action is. We've got Deli B still hunting down that Dodge Viper of Zafiro in 3rd place. Let's see who else is close. As Vialli's got away from Smoker, who's still ahead of Stones. So really it's as you are, apart from this battle here between Deli B trying to catch up with Zafiro. There's a little twitch there from Zafiro coming down the hill. Has it lost him drive? Can the Nissan driver do anything about it coming into this tricky little left-right chicane? Takes a lot of curve there, I have to say. Gonna have to be careful with that with Deli B. He doesn't want to get another penalty. He's already had 2, I think, 2 or 3. Catching up to, nearly outbreaks himself, the Dodge Viper here. So while we have a second, let's ride on board with Beserker-Boy and just see what music they're playing through to Beserker-Boy at the moment, just to see how they're calming him down. Can we go to his comms? Has anyone got his comms? Yeah, here we go. Here's his comms.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Is that really Peppa Pig? Are they really playing Peppa Pig down the mute? Oh my days. I've heard of techniques to calm people down, but the Peppa Pig theme music is a new one to me. But it seems to be working for the Beserker-Boy. He's just put in his fastest lap of 36.3. I thought the screen went blank there. I wasn't sure what that was about either. So Beserker-Boy with Peppa Pig being piped down the comes to him to calm him down, to make sure he just focuses on, it goes through the SSR, slings that Honda through the chicane, just focus on the task at hand, and it seems to be paying off handsomely at the moment. 36, 37, 36, 36, 36, 37, 36. That is consistency, and it's pulling out a lead now, albeit ever so slightly, from Sayrex. Deli B has got past Zafiro. We missed that as we were introduced to Peppa Pig, but Zafiro is not letting that GTR go anywhere, nibbling at the back tailpipes of that GTR. On board here is Zafiro. They both drift wide. They're going to have to be careful they don't spin it up if they hit the grass. We've already seen Seamus spin it off by touching the grass. This is a fast circuit, so you know the physics of what's going on the cars. If you hit the grass at fast speed, it's really going to spit you out the other side. So Dodge, I would have thought a Dodge could have had a good straight line speed on the GTR, but not to be. It seems that this, not enough power. It doesn't seem down that start finish straight to catch up to the GTR. Just having a drinks break. Alright, there we go. So, here we go. Deli B here in third place now. Oh, gets it horribly wrong through that chicane. That has just allowed the dodge here from Zafiro's going around the outside, trying to get to the inside of this corner. Deli gets it wrong. He drifts wide. Sorry, wrong camera there. Drifts it wide and now gone off to the left. So, coming down the hill, Deli's just thrown away third place a little bit, I have to say. He got it wrong, undercuts it there. Zafiro spins it off. Deli's got a penalty, and now he smashes into the back of Zafiro. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, why he couldn't miss him. So now Deli has got a 1.5 second penalty. Zaf fortunately is caught back up and has stayed on the circuit. I hope all the drivers are alright. Looked like a pretty bad whiplash that could have happened there, but so it just means Vialli now has got back up to third place. Been gifted that now. Vialli's got past Zafiro and Deli B at the same position. Stewart may have to look at that one. I'm not going to get involved, but there you go. So these two boys are still fighting. Zafiro got back ahead of Deli B, to be honest, quite rightly so as well. Although Zaf was all over the place, pretty sure Deli could have gone to the left a little bit. Deli flashing his lights at the Dodge driver to say, look out, I'm coming through, and he takes a place cleanly again. A little bit of bumping, but that was a good move good brave move by Deli to take fourth place back. So the Nissan driver fighting hard here. Dodge nearly, the smoke pouring out from the tyres under protest, nearly went into the back of Deli's GTR, but manages to avoid him. So how can these boys take it from here? Has the Dodge got the power to catch up to Deli? It seems like all the action in this race is with the midfield section here. So let's just quickly run you through what's going on with these boys. So here we are. This ride with race leader Beserker-Boy comes round for the beginning of lap 12. We are over halfway. God, that's gone through quick. That's been a quick race so far. Beserker, I'm sure he is feeling very stressed at the moment. The highest position he's ever been is a third place, if you don't know. Just put in the fastest sector time as well. He is still pushing. The Peppa Pig theme music is obviously helping him calm down and keep focused. Beautiful livery. I don't think he's put a foot wrong yet. Look at these lap times, consistent across the board still. Still a best sector time there. Sorry, lap time. He is pushing hard to get away from this driver here, Camille, in the second place car, another Honda. Doesn't seem to be able to close the gap on Beserker. I think Beserker's putting pressure on Sayrex simply by pumping in consistently fast lap times and saying, come on mate, if you want it, you got to come and get this. And Sayrex can't quite answer the call. Vialli now has been very consistent. Again, look at those consistencies. Oh, in the meantime, here we go. Here is the Dodge looking at the underside of Deli B, and has he got places? Deli and Zafiro side by side, coming down to this tricky section again. So I feel like the entire race has been these two following in each other. Oh, the Dodge driver gets very wide there, nearly loses it. So I'll just quickly go back to Vialli. I was going to say, look, consistency is the key. This has brought him up to 3rd place. 37s across the boards. It's the best the GTR can do, which has got Vialli up to 3rd. Deli's still hanging on to 4th place. Zafiro pushing the Englishman all the way. He's making a real fight of this, is Zafiro. Not going to let that GTR get away, although saying that, the GTR looks like it's just pulled away a little bit now. Not sure where he's got that bit of gap from. Back here now in 6th place is Steve Stones. I'm surprised Total Rose is not caught up yet. Smoker, he's had an incident, I've heard. He had a little spin which has dropped him back to 7th. Seamus quite a way off the pace, with Total Rose still back here in 9th. And Wilkie back here in 10th, looking at the map to see where these drivers are. So we're coming through to the turns 2 and 3, whereas Beserker-Boy in the lead is coming round to the end of a lap. So here we are, lap 13. Excuse me. Lap 13, and see what kind of gap he's got, the Berserker, to Sayrex at the back. We're just going to quickly again jump on board with comms now for Berserker to see how he's being calmed down. Oh, it sounds like it's more Bond music, focusing the mind there for the Bond fan. Slow pacing music is probably getting his heart rate down. His heart rate will be flying through his chest at the moment. 9 minutes to go, and he's leading a race by a little bit of a distance. Yeah, we'll jump off board from Berserker, who cruising away now. I think like Sayrex has certainly dropped off a bit. Must be making a couple of mistakes in his efforts to just try and catch the flying Beserker-Boy. So at the moment, Vialli, it's all station. Every driver's got a little bit of a gap between each other. The only battle going on really is back here with Total Rose has got past Seamus in the end. So Total Rose, these points will matter as he's the oh, he's gone right off the circuit there. These points will matter as that allows Seamus to get back at Total Rose. He's looking around the outside, and I think Seamus has got it. What a move there by Seamus. So fortunately the Hyundai driver's lost out. These points will be vital for him. He's the championship leader. Just going to have a drinks break, so we will ride on board with Seamus. There we go, sorry about that. So I just had a bit of drinks break. So let's recap. We have coming up to 23 and a half minutes gone, so we've got 6.5 minutes to go. Let's run you through the field as they stand. Beserker-Boy, James Bond 007 is in 1st place. Sayrex trying to hunt down Bond, but he can't quite make it stick. Vialli has kept it clean, kept it consistent. He's put in a superb lap time, 36.8 for him in the GTR. He's fought his way through the field and still in 3rd place. Deli B's had an eventful race. He's had a good 3 or 4 time penalties now, but he's still hanging on for 4th. Zafiro has been pushing Deli B for a lot of this race, but can't get past the GTR driver at the moment. Smoker was up with the lead bunch for a while, but he spun it. I think it was about turn 4 or 5. No, it's through this S's. It's coming out the next section. I think it was that he spun it. Oh no, this is the last hairpin, isn't it? It's not the S's. Apologise. So Smoker has had a inconsistent race for him, unfortunately. As you can see, he's quite a way off there from Zafiro. Steestone's having a pretty good race for him. He's up here in 7th. Tinkered with the leaders for a while. So probably thinking of a beer at the moment. So Seamus, again, he's had an eventful race. Was up in 3rd and 4th place, but has dropped back from a spin. Still ahead of Total Rose, who had an unfortunate incident. He seemed to come the worst off today. Instant turn 2, lap 2. Wilkie is actually gaining a little bit here on Total Rose, but not quite enough to get through. So it's still it's still sort of as you are at the moment. I'm looking at the map, top right, and everyone is pretty spread out all over this. It's a short circuit, and yeah, everyone's spread out. There's a good distance between everyone at the moment. Beserker-Boy has certainly pulled out good 6 second lead. He's coming out. He's coming down the main start finish straight, and here comes Sayrex just round the last corner now. So Berserker's across the line now, up ahead. So you can see the distance there. Berserker's pulled away. So Viali, this is the closest battle on the circuit at the moment. It's still ahead of Deli B, but it certainly looks to me like Deli B is catching up to Viali up there. Can Deli B hold off from catch up to this man here, Roy, in his can't miss it GTR? A little bit shaky there through that section. Well, just looking back, we have another battle brewing here. Steestones has gone off on a straight, and not quite sure how, which has just allowed Seamus to catch right back up. Can Seamus undercut Steestones here? Yes, he can. Steestones goes wide there, and now Total Rose has got underneath Steestones as well. So go and say Steestones. Oh no, Steestones is not giving up. Side by side through the trickiest part of the track, and they are all over each other with 3 minutes to go now. These points will be crucial for Aaron here. He's now got back up to 8th. He could do his 7th. Is he going to get past Seamus? I've also noted that it looks like Deli B is caught right back up to Viali as well. I'm going to go quickly back to that, but Total Rose undercut Seamus. Great move there. So I'm quickly going to go back up here, because here we have Deli has indeed caught right back up to Viali here, coming down the main start finish straight. We now have only 2 minutes to go, which will be about 2 laps. It's a short one, as you can see, it's a 1 minute 36 length track. But can the two GTR boys keep it clean, and can Deli get that 3rd place podium position back from his good friend Roy and that other GT? Oh, he's looking up the inside. Is Deli? He's thinking about it, pulls out of it, doesn't go undercut Viali here. Now he's going around the outside, possibly. Goes way too wide there on the grass. He's turning himself into a lawnmower again. That GTR can do many things, but cutting grass is not what it's designed to do, Deli. And yes, he's been given another penalty. Goodness me, he's pushing too hard. That's the 5th time penalty. Deli B has had this race. There's racing where he's just pushing too hard. He's desperate to get these spots. Excuse me. So, with 1 minute to go. Beserker-Boy, he's going to have to do another lap, it looks like. Here we go. So, crosses the line now with 40 seconds to go. So, he's going to have to finish this lap. I'm not sure everyone else is going to be able to finish this lap. So Sayrex is across the line. Viali is going to cross the line. 30 seconds to go. Deli's across the line with a time penalty. Here comes Zaf. In 5th place, Smoker with 15 seconds to go to 30 minutes are up. Back here we have Steve Stones, who's scrubbing off a penalty, was just allowed Wilkie to get past. So 30 minutes is up. It looks like Smoker's trying to get to 6th place by letting the time go. And there we go. Smoker is in 6th. Totoro 7th. Looks like Seamus is going to come across the line in 8th. Wilkie. Is he going to keep ahead of Steve Stones? He does. 9th and 10th. So let's go on board with Beserker-Boy on his final lap. Is this going to be his maiden MRC victory? He's only got a couple more turns to go. Well, this is the last turn. And here he comes. His pit crew's leaning out. Beserker-Boy, after such an eventful last couple of races, is going to take the win. Oh, I've actually gone back, so we've got to watch it again. Sorry about this. Just move on a bit further forward. So just here he comes to take the checkered flag for his first MRC victory. And we'll pause it there because we're now going to go on board Beserker-Boy for the Beserker-Boy National Anthem. So there we go. Beserker-Boy is a happy man. His first MRC victory. Sayrex across the line in 2nd place. Viali's going to earn a well-deserved 3rd place there, ahead of Deli B, who's had an eventful race for Deli, and Zafiro is going to come across in 5th place as Carly Simon plays us out from today. We're going to have one happy Berserker. I know the party is going to go long and hard into the evening. Congratulations, Beserker-Boy, on your first MRC win. That's brought him right back into the contention for the league as well. So look forward to seeing you all next time when we go to St. Croix A.